Welcome to Byte Ripple, where every small byte make a big impact. Today, we are taking our very first step into web development by installing our coding environment. Why an IDE, or what is an IDE? An IDE, also known as Integrated Development Environment, is where you write, test, and preview your code. Think of an IDE as a coding home base. So for this course, we are going to be using Visual Studio Code or VSCode. Visual Studio Code or VSCode is easy to use, straightforward in installation, and compatible for any type of computer. So join me as I walk you through the installation process.
So like I said, we are going to be setting up our code editor, and in this video I will walk you through the essential step to set up your code editor and the Live Server, getting you ready to code in no time. Give you a brief mini of the VS Code and what it does. So VS Code, like I said, is a friendly, clean, intuitive interface where you write your code. It's very fast, low resource IDE with themes and extensions for different projects that you may want to work on. Smart code suggestions. So you can install IntelliSense, but I think for every programmer starting off, especially for beginners, it's always advisable for you to avoid using any form of IntelliSense or Code AI on your working environment. This way, you are able to reinforce your learning pattern without getting so much assistance. It's not a bad thing when you decide to get assistance from external source, but it's always recommended whenever you need an assistant. It's better to use your Google. Google is your friend, as they say. Place of the VS Code, beginner friendly, customizable, powerful, with a lot of easy and nice features. Head over to the Visual Studio Code, that is code.visualstudiocode.com, to download the Visual Studio Code. Just click on this button here. It brings you here. So for those that are using Mac, we have Windows. So for those that are using Windows, for me, I'm using Windows. So just click on this download, or click on this download button, and download is in progress. So setup as detected that Visual Studio Code is currently running on my PC. So that's why I already have Visual Studio Code installed on my system. So I wouldn't need to go through the process of installation anymore. But just a click step away for you when you get it downloaded on your PC. When your VS Code is installed, this is exactly what you will see on your screen. And we have different sections in this interface, okay? But one step at a time. Always remember the motto of Byte Ripple is step at a time. So for you now, what you need to focus on is how the application or your VS Code has been installed, okay, and the process in which we create files, create folders, and open projects on this our working environment. So here you have different icons by the side. So for the first one, we have for the search, in case you're searching for maybe a particular file, a particular folder, just type in the name there, and we have the Explorer. Okay, so another way to learn is whenever you're on any website, on any application, and you don't have an idea of what an icon is, just place your cursor on that particular icon, and you see a name or the name of the icon or what by the side highlighted. So for this is Explorer, and for this is the source code control. And like when we talk about GitHub, okay, but that's not for now. A step at a time. So, and this is where how here we run and debug our code. We've written a particular program. We use this play button to run and debug the code. In case of some other programming languages like Python, C# and all, we use this. And we also have here the extension. So this was the part I was trying to explain to you, the extension part. So this is where you install any type of extension you need for your project. Okay, so extension you need depends on the project you are working on. So for you on Bytes repo for web development, starting off with HTML, we are going to be installing the Live Server. Whenever you write your any type of program, say for instance an HTML program, hypertext markup language on your Visual Studio Code, you need to see the result of what you have written on your browser. So what the Live Server does is to show you the result of your code in a written format that is readable by any other person out there visiting your website. Okay, as you can see, the Live Server was the first extension name to pop up here. So all you need to do is just to click on this and you get it installed. For me now, it's installed, except if I want to uninstall it and install it again, reinstall again. All you need to do is just to install it and it will be automatically be there installed on your Visual Studio Code or your working environment. Leave all the default settings for now. Okay, you are done with the installation and you can head back to maybe working on a particular file on a particular project you will need to use the extension for. And that's it for the extension part. So, and there are other things we can do here, a lot of things we can do on Visual Studio Code, and that's why I'm suggesting it for beginners, because it's easy to use. There are other EEs out there like Sublime Text, like Atom, like there are a lot of them, but Visual Studio Code happens to be one of the beginner-friendly type of working environments. Now you are set for Visual Studio Code and Live Server. You can easily preview your HTML files. Maybe eventually you'll be writing some CSS styling, and later on complex programs into maybe backend related programs. In the next lesson, we'll dive into writing first HTML. So, and I can't wait to see you in the next class. So stay tuned. Until then, small bite, like I said, makes a big impact, and I will advise you keep coding, keep creating. See you next time. You don't need to master it all at once. Always remember that. Just take it one bite at a time. God bless.